There was a recent survey of millennials asking them what their most important life goals were. And over 80% said that a major life goal for them was to get rich. And another 50% of those same young adults said that another major life goal was to become famous. And we're constantly told to lean into work, to push harder and achieve more. We're given the impression that these are the things that we need to go after in order to have a good life. Most of what we know about human life, we know from asking people to remember the past. And as we know, hindsight is anything but 20/20.
And the last thing you want to do is look back and say, man, I wish I had tried that. Fall was a total whirlwind. I was the busiest I've ever been in my life, and I never really took the time to stop and reflect and appreciate how amazing things were going. And all that busyness, it stole my energy. I wasn't able to make music or videos, the two things I love most. And if I didn't have the time to make them perfect, I figured why bother at all.
Never play to the gallery, I think. But you never learn that until much later on, I think. But never work for other people at what you do. Always remember that the reason that you initially started working was that there was something inside yourself that you felt that if you could manifest it in some way, you would understand more about yourself and how you coexist with the rest of society.
The truth is, I made this video once before because I had something burning inside of me that I tried to manifest, and it came out totally wrong. I was too angry. It was obnoxious. It didn't feel right. I put it out anyway, kind of in a rush, because I didn't want to regret not releasing it due to the fact that it wasn't perfect, but I learned something. There's a balance between productivity and perfection. There's no need to rush putting something out if it doesn't feel right in your gut.
I think it's terribly dangerous for an artist to fulfill other people's expectations. I think they generally produce their worst work when they do that.
Always trust that feeling. The one deep inside of you. That place in your core where you can see your vision crystal clear. You know how your art should look. You know how it should sound, how it should feel. Don't ever let an outside opinion overrule that feeling.
And the other thing I would say is that if you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
Instagram is safe for me. I know how to do that well. I'm good at it. I got to the point where I make my living through it. And that's probably how you found this video. But YouTube? I've never seen success here. I've been uploading videos to YouTube for over 10 years. I probably have 5 different accounts with old raps and songs and weird random videos. I made a full-length movie on my own, dressed up in costumes and drove around the country to tell a story I wrote with no expectations. It barely got any views and I told myself I didn't care. I made it out of passion. I knew this form of storytelling was my most fulfilling path. But the results were in and I wasn't good enough. So part of me kind of gave up. And I put pressure on myself to make sure everything would be good enough from there on out. Every video had to be perfect, and that caused me to stop making them. So here we are now, getting back to basics. Throwing perfection out the window, worrying less, and creating more. Because at the end of the day, you're in control of your life. If you want something bad enough, you can sacrifice and make it happen. Nothing good is easy to get, and good things don't happen quickly. You're going to fail. You'll be critiqued, and you're going to learn a lot along the way. Stay your course and keep sailing. Don't worry about what other people think. As long as you're following your gut, things are going to be just fine.